Hi, it's Susan here and welcome to In the Craft Room. Welcome to part 2, No Sew Quilted Bauble. In the last episode, we prepared our fabric ready to assemble our Peter Rabbit poly ball. So let's get cracking and continue from where we left off last time. I'm going to start using the darker fabric first so that it frames the image of Peter Rabbit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up our pressed fabric and you'll be able to see where the center is, where the ironed lines meet in the middle. So I'm going to pop a pin on the inside of the fabric outwards, and I'm going to now fold up our cat's ear again, and the pin is concealed. What I'm going to do now is look for my center and pin it in. Straighten it up, and I'm going to pin the corners on and the center. So here we have our first triangle. I'm going to do the same up the top. I'm now going to do this on the side. So I've got the 4 triangles in first. I'm now going to put in the next 4 triangles to create a bit of a star pattern. So here's our first layer with a bit of a star pattern. You rely on your eye a lot with this. I tend to be a bit of a wonky donkey eye, so let's just press on and hope for the best. But I think it's looking good so far. So we're on to our next layer. I'm going to be using the light fabric now. So I'm going to be pinning the light fabric on now. I'm going to pin it so that it leaves a nice edge and border in the dark fabric. I'm going to place the light fabric over the dark fabric. So here we have our border. It's looking good. Let's keep going. My next layer, taking it up to the center, will be the dark fabric. You can use 3 different types of fabric, but I've chosen to use just the 2. I'm going to place the dark triangle onto the light triangle to create another border of light fabric. And it's looking good. So we're at the halfway point. I was going to pin the other image on the back, but I don't think you'd see him, and I really like this image here. I think I might make 2 baubles so that both of these images are featured. So to start the reverse side, I'm going to start at the top with triangles and work my way down till we meet in the middle. So here we have the front of the bauble. We've also got the back view of the bauble. I've worked from the back to the middle, and I've worked from the front to the middle. I was going to use this ribbon here as my center trim, but I thought it was a bit too plain, and there weren't any purples on Peter Rabbit. I've decided to be a bit more adventurous, and in keeping with my character squares and the floral motifs, I've had a bit of a rummage in my floral motifs. You can use a lace trim around the edge as well, but I'm going to be actually using my floral trim. I am going to pin it into place, but you can hot glue it at a later stage. Let's get pinning. I am going to place the pins under the top flower to conceal them. And here's our no-sew quilted bauble with the trim, the floral trim. This is the back view and this is the front view. I'm now going to attach the ribbon so that it can be hung. I did choose this ribbon originally, but now that I've used the white daisies, I think that it's a bit too dark. So I'm going to use this lighter gingham. I'm going to attach the ribbon onto the top with some pins. So how did I find it? I did find it very tricky and challenging for a person who loves just organic and spontaneous shapes, and for someone who doesn't like to follow instructions. However, it was relaxing, and you can sort of make it up as you go and work with different patterns in an intuitive way. Thank you for joining me in the craft room today. I really hope we get issue number 11 of the Peter Rabbit Patchwork Quilt. I'm itching to make Miss Moppet character square. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye.